every industry goes through this cycle when, the first cycle is, it's the tough people. People come in, they make the market. Sometimes people are too early for the market. Then comes the boom period where everybody is a star. And that's the phase for this industry for the last 7, 8 years. Whether you were good, bad, average, everybody was a star. There was enough money to be made, there was enough money to be invested, and everybody did well. Now we are in the maturity phase of this industry, which is called the phase of the customer segmentation or the customer orientation, where the customer at the end of the day for every industry is the god, he is the king, and customer is going to rule this industry. So I think the future of real estate, especially North India, is going to be through the customer excellence. Now whether you're a broker out there or you're a builder out there, at the end of the day, it's going to be all about customer orientation, customer excellence. What you are going to be able to deliver for the customer is what is going to define you. At the end of the day, we have been dealing in a transaction industry. Therefore, there are some builders, like if you look at some traditional builders, who have been very focused on building relationships and building strategies, where there are a lot of builders who are doing only a transactional business, same as brokers. Customer comes in, you do one transaction, you move on. But future is going to be mining the customer, because at the end of the day, customers are going to become much more difficult to find. So once you have a customer, you need to understand his mindset, his mentality, what does he want? Does he, if you're selling real estate, if you know this, your customer is looking to buy a shop worth 500 square feet, then, as a builder, if you have that data, or as a broker, you have that data, you can go out and create solutions for them. So the data technology is going to redefine this market. It's going to redefine the way we do business. The customer is going to get more demanding, because people are definitely going to get better. So if we don't move, then others are. So it is the people who are going to be able to move with the time, move with the orientation. That is what is going to make the difference. The future is excellence. The future is customer orientation. Future is partner orientation. Now again, this is the same thing that every industry goes through. There is a saying about India, that India is one place where we have the maximum number of people, but we don't learn from each other's mistake. In our own industry, in our own businesses, we have to look at cost optimization, have minimum number of people, pay them well, excel in what we do. And that's where partner orientation will come up. That why should a builder have a team of 500 people selling their units? If they can have 500 partners who can be leveraged by 50 builders as and when they have a requirement of a project. Today I see builders who have large teams, but they have only 4 projects coming out in the year. Half the year, the team virtually has nothing to sell. In Bombay, this typically happens. They are large builders who come out with a project, they hire a team, there was a huge delay in the next project, and they will sack the team. Next project, they hire another team, then they sack the team, then they hire another team. Does it make sense? It doesn't. Because at the end of the day, transactional value of business can only work when the economy or when the industry is going on the upward phase. As the industry gets tough, the dynamics are going to get tough, which is definitely going to happen. All of us have seen an unprecedented boom. As they say, everything moves with the inflation. If you do this study, you look at the rate of inflation, and you see the rate of any asset, it grows at the same pace as inflation over a period of time. But if you look at real estate for the last 5 years, it has grown much more than the inflation. If it continues to grow at this pace for another 3 years, nobody in India will be able to afford a real estate. So at the end of the day, I don't think the growth is going to be in rates is going to be that high. And when the growth is slower, it is going to be your services that are going to differentiate where we stand and what we are able to deliver. So in this situation, again, what do we believe in? There is there's a common saying business at the bottom of the pyramid or the pyramid. So pyramid definitely means that as lower in the pyramid you go, the wider it is. The same thing is going to happen here, that whenever the times get tougher, the low-cost housing does well. Because builders realize that it's maybe easier to sell at the bottom of the pyramid. That is going to happen as the times are getting tougher. I think more low-cost Housing opportunities are going to come. That's going to be one market which is going to drive, because that's a huge area where people are still doing well, loans are still available. This less than 30 lakh, I think, is going to be a tremendous growth driver for the next couple of years. Then there is a different separate segment that is on the top of the pyramid, super luxury. Money never flows out. Money just moves from one pocket to another pocket. So whether you're in broking or you're in building, I think the challenges are going to be there, but we are in a right industry, right time. So if you move with the market in the right way, it's an amazing business potential for all of us. Thanks.